Well, that ought to do it. Hey, guys. Welcome to another Sunday evening, and you are on the Snark Lounge. Tonight, we got a great show for you guys, but first, I need to make my coffee. So, thought you guys want to see me do this because, I don't know why, it just amused me. Add a little milk, so, because everything's better when it's a little milkier. Milkier, is that a word? Milkier. And, of course, the secret ingredient, chocolate. That's right. So, sounds like making a bad fart. Oop, there we go. Ah, yeah. So, there we go. So, tonight we're going to be talking about Chinese social media. But, of course, I can't do this alone. So, we're going to bring on a couple of guests to help us out here. Of course, everybody welcome my better half, my love, and the most interesting person you will ever meet, Bunny.
Hi,
So,
hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Cool, awesome. Bunny has a new background going on there. She's got some postcards behind her. Where are you at today, Bunny?
Still my bedroom, but just another part of it.
Well, I mean, where is your bedroom?
Hong Kong.
Bunny's joining us live from Hong Kong, but that's not all. I want to welcome my good friend, my brother from another mother. So everybody welcome Kung Fu Adam.
Hi.
What's up, everybody? How are you? Nice to see you again.
Hey, good to see you, man. It was like you shaved the dome there.
Yeah, you know, I got to come clean every now and then.
Yeah, hey, you know, coming clean is always a good thing, you know. Honesty is the best policy. So, any case, you got was that a Captain America shirt you got going on there?
Yeah, you know, rocking the marble.
There you go.
Gotta
awesome.
have some fun sometimes. Yeah.
Hey, there we go. And I want to welcome a newcomer to the panel, coming to us all the way from Australia. It's SnarkyGuy.
Hey, how's it going?
But
maybe
it is going.
Great to be here.
It is going, but you know, but my big question is, why are you not upside down, Straya?
Oh, I was thinking about doing that. I was thinking about if I should be in a handstand or something for you guys, but you know, I'd probably fall off and hurt myself, and probably not the best way to start the stream.
That'd be pretty fun, though.
You could have
put your camera
stuck everything to the ceiling. I'm actually balancing really carefully right now, so you know this is actually the right way up.
Nice.
I like it.
I was going to say you could have actually just mounted your camera upside down. That would have been kind of clever, actually.
That would have been, you know, hindsight.
Definitely.
Time.
So, guys, as always, this is a pants optional live stream. So, and I just want to clue everybody in at some point during this episode. Pay attention. There may be a link that appears on the side chat, which is think it's over this way. It might actually be. I don't know. It's over one way. Towards the end of the episode, we may accept a call-in guest. He says it's that side. No, that I don't know. It's one of these sides. It's one of these sides.
The left. The left.
Yeah. We're all pointing different directions.
To the left, that's the right.
Okay. Yes, to the left is right. Yes, there we go. So at some point during this episode, we may accept a call-in guest. So if you have a burning question or you just want to put your mug on live on the internet, this may be an opportunity for you, like anything else. So, but guys, we are watching the Snark Lounge tonight. We're talking about Chinese social media, which is a lot different than regular or Western social media. So I want to throw out a couple facts there. Does anybody, and I just want to make a broad question to the panel, does anybody know what is the most popular social media in the world right now?
I'm going to go with Facebook.
Okay. Kung Fu Adam says Facebook. Straya, what do you think? Most popular social media in the world right now?
I wonder if by popular you mean famous or infamous, because at the moment you could be looking at things like TikTok or Douyin being the most popular for its infamy right now.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that tonight. But I'm talking about sheer numbers. Sheer numbers. What do you think?
I guess just way more, maybe.
Okay,
Just
good guess.
Population.
Okay, Bunny, what do you think? Most popular social media in the world by sheer numbers?
Instagram in 2020.
She says Instagram. Okay.
Facebook comes third.
Facebook comes third. Okay. Well, by sheer numbers, and when I say sheer numbers, I don't mean like lingerie sheer. I mean actually the number. So it may surprise you. Facebook does come in number one at 2.3 billion users worldwide.
Wow.
2.3 billion users worldwide. What do you think number two is? Who can guess?
YouTube.
So Kung Fu Adam says YouTube. Stray, what do you think, buddy?
Oh yes, YouTube.
Well, if Facebook's going to come in there, then you've got to chuck in something else Western. Then dump myself then maybe with YouTube or Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube or Twitter for sure.
There you go. And some of you guys watching may have heard of YouTube. So what do you think, buddy? What do you think number two is in the world by sheer numbers?
YouTube.
You guys are all bing, 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 bing. Right. YouTube comes in at 1.9 billion users. Number three in the world is WhatsApp.
Yeah.
That one surprised me. WhatsApp comes in at 1.6 billion. Number four is what was that?
But if they count WhatsApp, are they counting the business WhatsApp? Because they have been proposing the business WhatsApp not for social media, but it's more like for business purpose.
Yeah, well, I mean, as far as the sheer number of users are concerned, they are going to consider that number three. Number four is kind of a cheat, really. It's still Facebook, but it's Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger.
I know what.
That's silly.
It's a cheat. I know. Yeah, I know. That comes in.
Why can't Facebook just be all one together? Why can't they keep the Messenger as one app? It's really ridiculous.
Yeah.
I really if you're in Facebook, just stay there. Why do you need to go to a different app? Like WeChat. Come on. WeChat does it. Everybody else can too.
Yeah. So that brings us to number 5. And I think the lead-in is probably going to give it away. But what do you think number 5 in the world by sheer numbers? Anybody?
WeChat.
Yes.
Kung Fu Adam says WeChat. Bunny, what do you think?
Yes, because I'm looking at the statistic.
She's cheating. She is cheating.
Cheater.
So, Straya, we're not even asking
it's got to be WeChat then. It's got to be WeChat just for number.
It is WeChat. WeChat is amazing. It has 1 billion users in the world. Now, they are saying that at some point, WeChat may overtake Facebook. What do you think? Possible or no? Kung Fu Adam.
Well, I mean, that's more than double their users right now. So that's a large change. They would have to do a lot of work outside of China, because since I would say 7 to 800 million at least are China based. If they want to increase, they're going to increase outside of China. So that's going to have to be their play, and I don't see it happening soon.
Yeah. Well, they are trying to gear outside of just China, but I think it's going to take a while. Straya, do you think WeChat can overtake Facebook? Yes or no?
Well, I think if you look at essentially what you just said before then about statistics being Facebook and then Messenger, I think one of the big things that pulls WeChat up there is the dependency for like WeChat Pay and stuff. And I think if Facebook starts making for Westerners some ability to pay, or that linking like credit union or linking like American Express or something on there and Visa, that may make it harder to chase. I think that would be the next big step for Facebook to stay in front, would to be linking payments. I think would keep them ahead of the game.
Absolutely. Bunny, what do you think? Do you think WeChat could overtake Facebook eventually?
I cannot tell at the moment, but I guess if you look at the numbers, like Facebook is double of WeChat. But then if you look at the geographic, actually like most of the users actually in WeChat is from China. That means they have the room to expand if they actually can go beyond China. But now the next question is, what is the scenario that when people in the world have to use WeChat? If they can break through this question, then I guess there's opportunity. But the question is, why do they need to use WeChat? Most of the people outside China, when they use WeChat, because they have connections with people in China, and then they have to use WeChat. That is most of the scenario. If they can have a breakthrough, right? So you can. But now, what is the breakthrough? What is the point they're breaking? While Facebook is talking about global, so global scenarios, which is different.
Yeah. So we got a couple comments here. Of course, Shinzo says, I think Facebook is the largest. He's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we have the WeChat. WeChat. So Google Hangout is my fun. So, well, we're going to get into that in a little bit. And what's this here? WeChat is entrenched with numerous other Chinese companies and apps within China. Yeah. For WeChat to overtake Facebook, the strategy would be for WeChat to cooperate with other foreign companies. So now let's go down further in the list as far as the most popular social media apps in the world. Number 6 in the world is actually Instagram with 1 billion users. Do love me some Instagram. Number 7 is going to be China-centric again. QQ with 807 million. Anybody remember QQ?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. That was the jam when I first came to China, man. That was all we used.
That was Jim. What are you drinking there, Adam?
Everybody used. I'm drinking my small cup of lemon water.
Your small cup. So, small cup, yes. So, the small cup, we'd easily do a couple of swimming laps in, probably.
Those numbers with QQ, is that QQ specific, or is that including their Q zone, like the whole, like their version of MySpace?
I think it is actually including the Q zone as well. This is just the basic numbers. So let's go. Let's go down further in that list. We have another China-centric one, Weibo, at 462 million folks. Number 11 in the world is Tumblr. Does anybody use Tumblr still?
Obviously, it's number 11 in the world, but I'm guessing it's used by some questionable users.
Questionable users? So,
why else? You know, come
Yeah.
on, it's Tumblr.
Users that have questions. So inquiring minds want to know. So definitely. So moving down, number 12 is another one of my favorites, Reddit. So do enjoy some Reddit. Although Reddit is one of those things that you're really excited when you get on Reddit, and after 5 minutes, you're just like, ugh, I'm done. No more. Can't take it.
Enough for one day.
What was that, Straya?
That's enough internet for one day.
Yep.
Seen too much.
Just got to turn off. You ever post on Reddit?
Oh, yeah, I used to do a bit on Reddit, browsing, especially things like shower thoughts. You know, ain't nothing wrong with thinking outside the box.
Oh, dude, I love shower thoughts. So I have a whole bunch of those written down on my phone that are just kind of interesting. This makes for great things you can kind of repost and, claim it was your own. That's always fun.
Wait, by the way, where's Douyin, the TikTok?
As a matter of fact, moving down the list a little bit, we skipped that on purpose. I was going to go back to that, but since you mentioned it, TikTok is number 9. I'm making a little Chinese 9. Number 9 in the world with 500 million users. Now, that does not include the China-specific version of that, Douyin.
Oh.
So
wow.
If
Hello?
I'm
I think he
also you got auto tune turned on.
He's stuck there. Try shake him. Shake him.
No, you have to punch
Come
him.
on, man.
Hello, I go to the wrong direction. What is it?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go.
He's just a master of suspense, this man.
I want to put my hand in there and shake him around.
Yeah, I guess he can.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Man. All right, I think we may be back. So, oh yes,
Okay.
alien speak. Yep.
Really
My
got him.
apologies for
They got him.
the robot Snarky. So, do the robot. Anyway, so I think we're back. My apologies for the internet kerfuffle. So we're talking about Chinese social media and through the prism of Western social media. All the way down the list, number 17 is going to be Snapchat.
Oh,
at
wow.
287 million.
I guess that's dropped quite a bit since less
Yeah.
people are using that. It used to be up there.
I agree. Snapchat was one of those things, I see a lot of, teenage girls that used to use that a lot, but I don't see it's a big thing, especially you get more and more filters and things, it's just not possible. Number 13 in the world is Twitter with 330 million. Does anybody use Twitter?
Have an account, don't use it.
Do you use Twitter, Shreya?
I have.
I never put on there.
Never put it on there? All right.
That's why I'm wondering if some of these statistics are just coming from people that like register, or whether or not there's something that you have to be an active user, like when the statistics shuffle, or when people are removed
those are active
from the
users. The list is the active users. Is it monthly or weekly? I don't think it's daily.
This is supposed to be monthly.
Monthly.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
supposed
It's
to be
active
monthly.
users monthly. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I reopened my Twitter because of Donald Trump.
Twitter
why is that?
I think Twitter is very often used in America, but I don't think it's being used a whole lot these days outside of the United States.
Just to
Yep.
follow what Donald Trump said.
So why are you going to start reusing your Twitter because of Donald Trump, Bunny?
Yep.
Well,
Following Trump.
yeah, because his policy somehow, the last China start from China USA trade war, so his actions is all in something. He announced something and then the stock market boom, and that's why I just wanted to follow what he was saying. Yeah.
And that's how it happens.
That is how
Yeah,
it happens.
I didn't even have my husband's Twitter for that. I didn't follow my husband's Twitter, but I follow Donald Trump.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay, I don't even follow my own Twitter half the time. I get on there and I got like 20 notifications like, oh man. I gotta go in there and figure out.
I have my Twitter on auto,
Twitter.
like I auto
Sorry.
tweet, retweet certain things, and it's basically just on auto right now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh well.
So
Yeah.
what's this? We got a comment here. Say they have their own social media because the sites we're used to are blocked. So this is true. There are a lot of them are blocked. Now, of all of the social media I've mentioned, there is only one social media, Western social media, that is not blocked. Does anybody know which one is not blocked in China?
Social media that's not blocked.
Western social media that is not blocked in China.
Oh boy. That's a good question.
Drawing a blank.
I'm gonna leave that hang out there. Does anybody in the audience, anybody leave a comment? Do you know which Western social media is not blocked?
Oh, LinkedIn.
Yes, but this is not social media, right?
They're trying to become a social media.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, they have even started a beta for LinkedIn Live Video now.
Whew.
Wow.
So
LinkedIn has an office at Beijing. That they have the
Yeah.
development office in Beijing.
That's true.
So, yeah.
So someone says, is it Instagram? Nope, they're blocked. Someone said,
Yeah,
Quora is
Quora.
also blocked in China.
Blocked.
Yeah.
Steam
Yeah.
Steam is blocked in China. CNN.
Definitely blocked.
We're all giggling just a little bit when you say CNN at this point. We're like, yeah, CNN.
I'm sure
Whatever.
that was a joke, right?
So let's go.
Let's
try to focus in on. We're just focusing on Chinese social media tonight because, well, we live in China. So funny thing, unless you want to VPN it all the time, you got to use Chinese social media. The biggest one, of course, everybody together is
WeChat.
WeChat, of course.
WeChat.
So WeChat, although they have over 1 billion users, can you guess how many daily users WeChat has? Daily WeChat users.
Active. You're talking.
I'm going to say it's in the 700 million range.
Oh, buddy, you are
800 million?
close. You are close.
Ooh.
You are close. As a matter of fact, about 620 million daily users are using WeChat. These are 2018 stats. These are stats 2 years old. They're no 2020 stats. So I guarantee that Kung Fu Adam is probably pretty close to the money. So what is this? Snarky dialing in from Sai Kung? Nope. No, I'm in Shanghai, buddy. I'm in Shanghai.
LinkedIn is not social media.
Yeah.
It's professional networking. Well, it's social media professional networking, essentially. So it is a social service. So, yeah.
That's true. So what is this? We have a lot of people are empowered. That's true. So that's another topic entirely.
Yeah.
So what can we use? Let's start with the big one. We're going to work our way down. What all you guys use WeChat for? I want to start with Straya. Straya, what do you use WeChat for?
Well, firstly, I found when I came over there that everyone uses it for just general conversation. I mean, I'm someone that, you know, I'm not always that enjoying talking on the phone with someone. I'm a face-to-face person, but definitely I had to adapt to the culture of talking to my phone. Everyone that I met, everyone suddenly is like, oh, have you got WeChat? It's like, yeah. And suddenly they've added me on WeChat. And instead of just talking to me normal, they're sending me like voice recordings and talks. I mean, I do it myself now. But there'd be people doing that are in the same room as me. So it's almost like it's replaced general conversation sometimes at social gatherings as a form of, I guess, like a forum to come together and chat. Unfortunately, I haven't actually opened up a bank account in China, so I haven't linked a card, so I can't use WeChat Pay for anything, which I definitely would be doing that if I had linked it. So for me, WeChat is mostly just literally for chat, for people to chat to their phone.
Yeah, no joke. Have you ever seen that though? When you see two people, they go out on a date and they're sitting there the entire time. They're WeChatting each other back and forth, back and forth. You know, especially if you see like Western guy and a Chinese girl that can't communicate. They have a WeChat date at the same table. That's
So
kind of
let's
fun.
try. Let's do it together with you.
Let's do it together.
Yeah.
So, but
I find it even weirder if
we
you get someone like it feels weird when you're talking to someone and if they get a phone call, usually someone's like, oh, sorry, like, got to take this, and they start talking. But whereas it seems to be perfectly acceptable in China, you'll be talking to someone and they'll just go like, and then just act like they didn't do anything. It's like, do you want me to stop talking to you? But it's perfectly acceptable. Just talk to someone while you're listening to someone.
There you go. So, Kung Fu Adam, what do you use WeChat for?
I guess what don't I use it for, huh? Obviously chatting, but also making phone calls, both voice and video calls, video chat. I buy things on it. I get food delivery. I post photos for people. I have, I have a channel where I can post videos and photos to. This is just cracking. Just barely surface cracking here. There's so much that I think I do, and a lot of people here in China do, that WeChat is just incredible that way. I am very, very happy with what WeChat can do in a social media context and just in an everyday context. Like, it helps me live a better life, and that's pretty important to me. Not just social media, but like just everything else that it can do for me is exceedingly useful. Whereas Facebook is splitting things away, like Messenger and such. WeChat's bringing everything in, and they're bringing not just their own apps, but they're also bringing in like Meituan, the food service, Didi, the ride-hailing app. It's amazing that you can do all of it from one place.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's one thing I really like about. We'll talk about that in here, but Bunny, what do you use WeChat for?
I use WeChat for a lot of things. Chat, call, payments, arrange my delivery, when I arrange group, let's say group meeting, we will have like votes, like sharing the spots, like restaurant you recommend. I do my tax calculation there. Even though we go like a Europe trip, outside trip, it record all my expenses. And then we can, with all the people go around you, and you can like split the cost easily over there. I can use it to collect payment when we like do group dinner. So yeah, I even though use it for the order, like when you go into a restaurant, you also make an order and then pay. So yeah, I almost cover every scenario I will encounter.
Yeah, that's one thing I notice a lot. WeChat is they're saying it's basically the Chinese equivalent of Facebook, WhatsApp, News, Pinterest, and even Tinder combined.
I guess it's more than that, because Facebook doesn't have that feature, but WeChat has a feature. They have a called mini app library, just like Apple have the app library. They have a mini app library. If you want to do something very not often, you don't have to download an app. For example, I want to call a delivery. Let's say you want to call let's say FedEx. I don't have to download the FedEx app. I just link the mini app in the WeChat, and then you can sign up with my WeChat account. I don't have to sign up, and then make an order, and then place an order, do my tracking. That's all. The entire process, one, I don't have to sign up. Second, I don't have to download an app and then uninstall it later on. That is the convenience. Like that's why they call it mini app, like a mini app. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was going to get into that here in a little bit. As a matter of fact, what most of the Chinese people are using it for is like restaurant booking, flights, investments, shopping, paying bills, hailing taxis, transferring money, and of course, creating posts on their own newsfeed called WeChat Moments. So I got a couple of comments I want to get to here too. Let's see, Beachmaster. Hey, Snarky. Hey. So let's see. What is this? Got a couple. I think
we should keep the comments on topic. How about that, chat?
Yeah.
Definitely. A couple conspiracy theories there. So, Bunny, where are you? Why aren't you sitting with Snarky? Bunny, why aren't you sitting with Snarky?
Because Snarky abandoned me. He stole me. He stole me to the south. He stole me to the south.
Wow.
Oh,
man. What are you
I need
doing?
some water to put out that stick burn.
You have to throw the water here like this.
Yeah, I need to pour the like this. Like
Come on.
Oh.
Help me. Help me to dry the floor, please.
Yeah, I probably need to dry the floor now. So
make sure it's dry.
So hey, Snarky, what are you drinking? Well, besides pouring water over my head because I thought it was a good idea at the time. Why does anybody do anything? I think it was a good idea at the time. I'm drinking some coffee with a little milk and a whole lot of Hershey's chocolate syrup in it because, like anything else, it seemed like a good idea. My nipples are cold now.
Hey, if I might add to that, to how we're talking about like everything with WeChat and that, one of the most interesting experiences I had when I first came into China, and seeing is exactly how Bunny said, with the development of technology and that, and the availability to do things, seeing homeless people with QR codes that you can scan and donate money to instead of putting money in a hat. They've actually got QR codes and that. Like that's whoa. That blew my mind when I saw that.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Like the local fruit lady, she's pushing a cart and she's got the QR code. She doesn't want cash. And your bums at the railway station, same deal. They got their little. They don't even have a beg cup. They just have a QR code. Well, take Alipay or WeChat Pay. So have you seen that, Adam?
In large part due to WeChat and a little bit to Alipay, there's no need to carry cash when you're doing anything in China. When you're traveling around, when you're going to shop or any of that, there's just zero need for cash. I don't remember the last time I had cash in my wallet. It's all WeChat. It's all digital. Completely.
Yeah, I don't even carry my wallet anymore. I just carry my phone, everywhere I go, as I can, scan and go. So
I remember
digital wallet.
Yeah, I remember one situation that like Kung Fu Adam said, like if we right now want to travel to other city in China, basically like if you take the metro, different metro have the different card systems. Right now you don't even have to buy the card. You just use the Alipay, and then you can scan the QR code to pay for metro. Even though they're in different city, different system, you can still using the same Alipay to pay for it. This is the convenience. You don't have to buy the card, pay the deposit, and then sell the card, get better deposit, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The metro card, yeah.
Absolutely. So Beachmaster says WeChat is like Facebook for China. True story.
More than that.
Facebook has its own problem.
I guess more than that.
There you go. There we go. So one thing that somebody was talking about, they use it to contact. Here we go. I use WeChat to contact sellers on Taobao. Yeah. Absolutely, because WeChat has its own translation software built in, and so it's wonderful. So what is this, Snarky? You should.
I love that when you can translate. I like that you could translate photos now, like the text in photos now.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, that was a great addition.
Yeah,
that is a wonderful thing. True story. So, but one thing I really like about WeChat, and somebody mentioned this earlier, is the mini programs. There is over. Does anybody know how many mini programs are in WeChat now? Any guesses?
This is a tough one. I'm going to put it in the 150,000 range, but I'm guessing there's a lot more than
150,000
that.
range. Okay, good guess. Straya,
Probably a lot more than that.
any
I'm
thoughts?
going to go higher than him then because numbers have been shocking. Let's go 250.
250. All right. Bunny, what do you think? How many mini programs in WeChat?
380.
You guys are all off.
Fail.
There is over 10 million third-party WeChat mini programs now. 10
Really?
million.
Wow.
10
Incredible.
million.
Can I be honest though? I've
be honest.
really never used them. I've never really used I've never really used them. Like I know you in the chat, you can pull down, you can see all of your mini apps. I've just never used them.
Yep. So that's good. That's a good question. Stray, have you ever used the mini apps in WeChat?
I don't
Mini
know
program?
if I have or haven't. I think possibly I might have put on some mini apps for certain places. Maybe I've visited restaurants. I get things from like joining like McDonald's clubs or things like that. I might get exclusive discounts for some like certain shopping malls and that maybe they're mini apps. I don't know. I've been usually told by somebody do this. They play with my phone for about 5 minutes and then I receive random messages and stuff that I have no idea what it is. It's like sale, 50% off. Voucher code.
Beachmaster says he uses the mini app games. There we go.
Oh.
Bunny, do you ever use any of the mini programs in WeChat?
Always like Korea, other Korea, like calculate tax and let's say split bills, like some is actually booking and accounting for travel. What else? I forget it. It depends on the scenario. If vote, I always use vote. And then restaurant recommendation. Like if you have a pool, let's say if you want to have 3 options, you want everyone in the group chat to vote for that. Or you want to say, okay, let's say I recommend to go this place, who is going with me? And then people have a vote or actually like you just fill the name. It is something common in a group scenario.
There you go. So one of my favorite mini programs in WeChat is called Moving Sale. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Moving Sale. It's where you can find all sorts of third-party stuff. What happens is always some expat living in China. They bought top dollar stuff and they need to sell it for pennies on the dollar. And so they put it in Moving Sale. You can arrange it by city and you can find all this wonderful third-party cheap crap.
Now I know why the home always have this kind of things coming up. Like all in a sudden there's something coming to my home.
What's the price on stuff like that? Is it very very competitive?
I think I've been
on
busted.
Like secondhand stuff. Because I mean, like, I lived in Korea for 3 years, and they've got Craigslist there, but people are changing furniture for each new season. It's like, oh, well, it's winter, time to throw out the furniture and get new furniture, and it was just free. People could not get rid of their furniture fast enough. You would walk around and people just dumped furniture. Free wardrobe. Like, is it competitive in China? Are people trying to sell it for top dollar?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you have your third-party apps like Stale Fish, for example. Does anybody know about Stale Fish? So, Bunny, what is Stale Fish?
I don't know what is it. Oh, is it? No, wait. Is it the 闲鱼?
Yeah.
Is it okay? It is actually the Taobao version. No, the second-hand version for Taobao. So if you buy something, you can actually sell it back to you call it stale fish. I call it salty fish. Salty fish. So basically, it's more like they integrate with the Taobao system. In case, let's say you buy something from Taobao, one button, you can just resell it from the salty fish. It's like a carousel. It's a carousel or actually the second-hand app, but this is quite easy. And then you can do the payment online, arrange courier delivery online very quick to sell your stuff.
So, yeah, the nice thing though about like that Moving Sale app is it's like the stinky fish or salty fish or whichever fish, the third time Taobao, but it's directly from expats, and so you can usually score amazing deals on stuff altogether. So
How about your computer? Would you like
what is
your
this? Still,
computer?
Exactly it.
is that Snarky's expired sardine scan? Is that no? Actually, believe it or not, my sardine scan has 2 more years before it expires. It's got
Whoa.
2 more years. Isn't that
That's
amazing?
sardines right there, brother.
Yeah, sardines are there to stay. And then I'll just go to Hong Kong and buy another can. So another thing on WeChat is we have our WeChat official accounts. Who knows about WeChat official accounts?
Oh yeah.
So Kung Fu Adam, I bet, knows about those.
Yeah, they're basically accounts that people, businesses generally can use to post articles about whatever. Obviously, under the official accounts, you can have shops, you can have stores, you can host videos, you can host photos, and it's really cool. Different people use it different ways. It's extremely easy to use. The back end is pretty well laid out. You can do a lot. You can have poll. I mean, it's really well done. I know that Facebook Business basically follows in line with the Facebook standard profiles. It gives you a few additional things, but the WeChat official accounts gives you a lot more capability. And then, of course, you're able to post your articles directly to WeChat Moments, share them in chats with friends, and it's all in the same place. So really cool.
There you go. One thing I really like WeChat rolled out recently is WeChat Work. Now, my school uses this. WeChat Work is kind of cool because, again, it kind of functions like WeChat, but whenever I get within a certain proximity of my school, I think it's like 100 meters or whatever thing, it automatically logs me in, and clocks me out. And of course, there's a lot of other features like storage and, scanning things directly for your work or your office. That's kind of a nice thing.
Mm-hmm.
Something else new WeChat is doing now is also they're doing KOL advertisements. Bunny, what's a KOL for people who don't know?
Key opinion leader.
So what does a KOL do?
I don't have an official answer, but if you, let's say, someone who actually has specialized on a particular topic, when they say something, a lot of people follow them and then follow what they recommend. That is actually a key star, but from a common people. And then they become a leader, speaker for a particular area.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. But I don't have a definition of that. Yeah.
So something they're doing, breaking down past WeChat. I think we've probably beat WeChat over the head. There's a lot of other social media in China. Who's heard of Weibo?
Mm-hmm. Weibo is old. It's happened a long time ago. Yeah,
Weibo is. There's not as many people. They say it used to be like the Twitter of China. It's like a micro-blogging platform.
Yeah.
There's who's heard of was Xiao Hongshu?
But Xiao should become very not really high, not really
little Red Bull.
Right? Yeah. It's a Red Bull. Yes, the Red Bull. Yeah.
I think it's like an e-commerce one.
No, Red Bull, like they was found because they think that they I remember what the co-founders say is a couple of years ago they discovered people going out, traveling. They have a lot of blogs or actually app to share their memory, their trips, their anything. But they miss one part is no area for those travelers to share about, let's say, what they should buy from even country. And that's why become like this is how the Xiaohongshu, the little Red Bull, is actually formed. People focus on talking about what you should buy. When you go to let's say USA or actually like the San Francisco, what you should buy, what is something? It's about souvenir or something you recommend, and then become a forum. People recommend things, and then start to become popular. People like get into, let's say, promoting this product, especially overseas product there, and then later on, because of that, they try to set up the logistics system to help people like importing foreign goods and then sell in China. That is how Xiaohongshu from a small blogs, not forum, something like that, and become now.
There we go.
That is what I heard. Yeah.
So there's Juhu, which is like the core of China. Has anybody ever heard of that one before?
Are you talking about Zhihu?
Yes.
Oh, questioning forum and that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Quora. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a bit about that in just essentially the same way, like how we have Quora and that. It's just open forums. You have a question like, why does Snarky have a tin of sardines? And people can answer it. It's kind of like open answering forums and that. Somewhat like Reddit forums in that way, or like Quora. So I guess in the same way when Wikipedia was so young and everyone just started putting, you couldn't trust it sometimes. It was like, is this like before they started locking things down and stopping everyone from being able to comment on it? So you've got to kind of filter out what is truth and what is like, not truth, I guess, in that way. But it's a good place, I guess, if you understand what it says to like get information.
Yeah. That leads us into one of the big ones, Douyin. So who can so
to be honest, I think
Douyin.
To be honest, I think that like Douyin, Eaterbo, Billy, I think they all kind of are one. Although Douyin is a bit fun because it sucks you in. It's TikTok, obviously, so it's just all the videos, just one by one. You just scroll up and you follow people you like, and it does a lot of like it pays attention to what you look at and what you like, and before long you get all these new accounts that you've never seen, but they're cool things that you like to look at. Man, it is addictive, dangerous, I tell you. But it's fun.
It's dangerous. So speaking of, we'll kind of get into this. Douyin, of course, is owned by the same company that owns TikTok, which of course is going to be the Beijing-based ByteDance. Recently, the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that they're looking to block it. Has anybody heard about that?
Yep.
So
heard about it.
Oh yeah.
So Straya, what do you know about that?
All we get on this end, like all I've heard on this end of that is every 10 seconds, especially during I guess this kind of situation, one day you've got one person blaming another country for doing something else, or spying on this, or the software we gave is doing that. So I guess what it just comes down to, in my opinion, is just another bit of software that people have started to data mine or find things and go, you know what? We need a scapegoat. We need an out. So we're going to stop you from doing this. Like your country said that we're not going to import meat, then that means we're going to block you from sending social network stuff. Or your country's not taking students. Fine. Okay, then we're not going to be doing this TV program. I think it's become very nitpicky in the world now of like, one person slaps, the other person slaps back until someone takes their bat and ball and goes home.
Kind of like a tit for tat, really.
Yeah.
So Bunny, what have you heard about this with TikTok?
Long story short, I guess it's not just about like recently. I guess it's having like they're creating a discussion saying that TikTok will spy on things in two areas. One is because people keep on videoing, and all the video is actually helping to spy on everywhere. The second thing is talking about the data actually will send it back to China. This is what I like. The media is also mentioned about, and that's why it literally banned. I don't know the code. Of course, I didn't work for that company. I will never be able to see the programming language. I cannot comment on this kind of things if I never get access to those structure. So, but that is what the media have been focusing, I guess.
Yeah. So, Kung Fu Adam, what have you heard about that TikTok thing going on, man?
Well, I know that there are people in the government in the U.S. that do not like anything that is housed in China. And so, I mean, if you look, China's not going to allow any of their popular apps to be housed outside of China. So I think it's a difficult line, and it's all negotiation tools, really, for trying to get things done that they want to have done. It's politics, a lot of it. And so I think we as users just need to try to do our best to not really get involved a whole lot in the politics of it all, and just try to find how we can use the different social media to our best, and obviously protect ourselves, with passwords and security and all that, and try to pick apps that are secure and that you feel comfortable with in that way.
Yeah, definitely. So I heard that India actually has banned TikTok now and 50 other Chinese apps, 58 other Chinese apps. That may be kind of a tit for tat sort of thing. A lot of people are even saying that China is blocking Western social media. So maybe Western countries are blocking some Chinese social media. I don't know. And the question is, do you think this will affect relations between countries? Is this a good idea or not? What do you think, Straya?
It definitely affects relations. Like, I mean, from my own standpoint, our economy at the moment, I mean, again, the whole tit for tat concept is, I guess, a lot of people are looking at the moment whether we need to rethink about how much we are investing into China, how much we're letting them essentially like trust, like, here, take this company, take that company. In a situation like this, when essentially, like, we do something to bother them, we say something wrong, or they say something wrong, and then they go like, nope. Maybe in this, for example, China has said, sorry, Australia, you've said something that upset us. We're going to stop taking your meat. And then Australia's like, okay, well, we're not going to take your, students. And then China's like, well, students make up like 90% of your university funds. Now your economy's ruined. And then Australia's like, oh yeah. Like, I guess throwing around the, like you said, that tit for tat, and having that kind of realization, I think that not just my own country, but many countries are probably during this period of time realizing maybe they need to rethink just how much we require from other countries to like everyday survive. And I'm not saying we shouldn't. Of course, we should be buying from other countries and integrating and all that. But especially when suddenly someone goes, well, I don't like you today, and then stops, like cold turkey, things stop. It makes you really notice just how much you need each other and how much you fall apart without each other. It is a big thing.
Yeah. So they said that you were talking about how they're going to take your meat. What if they take your Vegemite, man? What if they take your Vegemite?
I've got some right behind me, right here.
You got some right? I actually just got some Vegemite recently also. Good stuff. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff right there. That's a big size one, too. So, Bunny, what's your thoughts about this whole TikTok thing? Do you have any thoughts about it, though?
I guess right now it's because people believe it's political. But when we talk about political, though, that means every citizen is actually being affected. Well, you step back a little bit, think about ourselves, right? Like, I don't talk about TikTok because right now it's not yet finalized. But let's say talk about WhatsApp. WhatsApp is banned in China. So, but I get used to use WhatsApp to connect with all my families, my friends globally, my colleagues. I cannot ask them because once I move to China, I cannot ask them to install WeChat just because I cannot get WeChat or WhatsApp, right? So this is more like creating a lot of separation. The same thing, like in a corporate perspective, like Google is banned. And all Google related thing is banned. So let's say that let's say outside China, it's mostly commonly used for Google, like Google Slide, Google Related, Google Drive, anything. And then now you have to have a specialized things for us, like people inside China, to access those things. So I guess it's more like having those kind of you ban me, I ban you. It's just creating a separations on people, just like creating border, like an online border between people, or among people from different countries and nations. I think about like you need to talk, like Snarky, you need to you need your relative in USA to install WeChat just to have a call with you because it's easier. Think about it. This is the super. This is separating. Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, some people are saying that TikTok may very well be a sacrificial pawn and this whole blame game going back and forth. Some people are even saying it could just be smoke and mirrors for the upcoming U.S. presidential election. So I don't know. So I wanted to get a couple of comments, but it looks like a lot of people in the side chat seem to have taken it over for a little political discussion, which is not the topic tonight. Thank you very much. But I do want to drop this in here, guys. If you would like to be a calling guest, I will entertain one calling guest before we call it a night. If you want to get your mug on the internet, there's a link right there in the side chat. So, and yes, move forward. I like that one. That's a great comment. So somebody was saying that, oh, yes, Vegemite and Weetabix. Good on you, mate.
Wheat Bix.
So, good
I got
stuff.
Wheat Bix.
Good stuff. Gotta like it. So while we're seeing there's any things, of course, TikTok, the U.S. CEO of TikTok, who is an American, claims, of course, there is no security problems, and their security public policies in the U.S. and have never provided user data to any other governments, nor would do so if asked. And so they're saying this is all just another diversion from the worldwide stage. Whether or not is the case, I don't know. What do you think, Adam? Do you think this is just a diversion, or do you think there's something to all this?
Again, there's so much politics going on right now. It's I'd be surprised if it wasn't at least 80% politics based, and maybe 20% there's something going on, or they're worried about something. This year has been pretty crazy with all that's been going on. So at this point, I wouldn't. I think a lot of it is diversion, but I think with this election in the U.S. happening, it's moving the world a little bit. So.
Yeah, this year has been kind of crazy. I'm expecting the locusts and the seas turning into blood next, and the other plagues of Egypt to show up at any time. But it's kind of a crazy year. No one really expected all this to happen. Bunny and I, we started our year out in Europe celebrating our anniversary, and boy, it all just went downhill from there. But you know what? We're all still alive. We're very thankful for that, of course. But
and I 2 times test negative. So
what was that?
I have tested twice for the COVID test, negative.
Wow.
Both negative. Yeah, test twice.
I for one am very thankful for that. Definitely. For those of you who don't know, Bunny right now is down in Hong Kong taking care of some family stuff, and unfortunately, that just means
you dumped me south.
I didn't dump you. I didn't dump you. I miss you so much. So, but she will be back in Shanghai hopefully soon, or maybe the border will open up and I'll go to Hong Kong. So we'll find out either way. But guys, it looks like most of the call-ins, there had a couple have popped in the side chat here, and they just want to talk about politics. So guess what? No.
Stay away from the politics.
So, guys, we're going to wrap this up. I appreciate everybody on the panel. I want to give everybody a chance for final thoughts, 30 seconds. We're going to Bunny last. We're going to Kung Fu Adam first.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Kung Fu Adam, do you have any final thoughts for us?
WeChat, Instagram, YouTube. That's what I like to use. Social media. Social media in 2020.
2020. Nice. So, oh, there we go.
That's it.
Bowen just figured out. It's like, oh, Snarky Guy and Bunny, you are married. Yes, we are. She is my better half. Although if she is my better half and half the size I am, does that mean she's my better fourth? I don't know. So, gotta wonder. Oh, we do have one comment. I'm gonna bring him in just briefly, ever so briefly. Chen. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. As long as what you have to say is not political, we want to hear what you think about social media.
It's good. I love it.
Where are you at right now, Chen?
I am at the UK.
You're in the UK. What part of the UK are you in?
Leeds, Yorkshire.
There we go. Okay. So do you use any Chinese social media there in Leeds?
Yeah, I use WeChat.
Okay.
WeChat.
Well, do you have any we are just about the end of our stream here, so I don't want to rush you, but someone says he's a laughing Buddha. There you go. You sir have been called a god. Congratulations. So that says the boy is so cute. There we go. You're cute. So Chen, do you have any thoughts on this whole Chinese social media?
To be honest, I wasn't listening before, so I don't know exactly what to say.
Well, all the same, it's good to have you. So I'm going to go around the rest of our panel here. SnarkyGuy, I want to give you 30 seconds to wrap us up here. What do you think, buddy?
Well, obviously the world is a crazy place right now, and as we said, people are throwing things left, right, and center. I think at the end of the day, just make fun content, have fun with it, enjoy what you're creating. Try not to get too political or too much. It's going to cause anger. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not 100% sure how you say it, but on Bilibili, is it called a Dunmo or Dunmo? Whatever the flying comments, I'll never accept those. I'll always turn them off. I don't like them.
There you go.
I don't like that edition.
There we go. Bunny, final thoughts on Chinese social media or any other social media?
Well, I guess we look at it. We thanks to the internet, right? We can find our friends together from different parts of the world. That is how internet aims to connect the world without geographic restriction. It seems like right now, with all the reasons you guys talk about, the government trying to ban things and separate the world again, separate the internet world again, which is sad to say, because people in the past who built the internet aim to connect us together, and now we will be disconnected because of this kind of banning. I hope that actually, the government will not use this kind of isolations to build their ecosystem. Instead, the ecosystem will be formed by the council. For example, Korea, they don't have to ban Google, but Google Map is not popular in Korea because they have their own Korean map. That is something the people build out themselves because of the cultural difference, because how they can be localized. That is something we will appreciate more instead of I stopped you from entering, you stopped me from entering, something like that.
Yeah, I don't like. Oh, that's such a cute. Well, I won't put him on the screen there. That is such a cute little boy. He's so cute. What's his name?
On his head.
It's called Chuan.
He is a cutie. That is a cute little boy, definitely. So, yeah, and that's one thing I don't really like when people use different, things that are just innocent for their own political agendas. So. When I'm talking here, I need to stir up. I'm at the bottom of my coffee where all the chocolate is. And I'm actually using a chopstick. That's right. I'm using a chopstick to stir up chocolate coffee. How fusion is that? I don't like when people use a lot of things just for their own, political agendas. And I don't know if that's what's really happening right now or not. But like anything else, I think you should use social media responsibly. And on that note, guys, I appreciate the panel for joining us. I appreciate all you guys in the audience for joining us on the Snark Lounge. Like anything else, always carry your can of sardines. You never know when you may need them. Guys, I appreciate you joining us. We'll catch you next week on the Snark Lounge. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And we're out.